So, guys, I was talking to somebody about this legalization, that this legalization for Austria. If you want to migrate to Austria, what you need to do, there are three steps. You have to do authentication, verification, and legalization. And the person was telling me something about the schools telling him that he wasn't qualified. So literally, he actually sent an email to the schools to ask them to send him a message as evidence that he wants to legalize his documents to apply for the school. So the school told him that he should send his documents, let them evaluate first to see if he is actually qualified to apply for the program, right? So when he did that, the school checked and said he is not eligible, which means that even if he went ahead to do maybe the verification, authentication, and legalization stuff, and apply to the school, they will still not give him admissions. And we talked about this. I told him to look elsewhere. Now, this is my advice for you. Make sure you do the same. Don't legalize your documents without going through this process. This is my advice, especially if your certificates are not that powerful. I will encourage you to, first of all, try to verify if they can give you admissions in case you legalize your documents. Yes, it may be pretty difficult, but again, this is a smart and excellent move to do, because if you spend that money, for Cameroonians, it's a lot of money. That should be close to 700 euros. That's around close to 300K. Am I correct? I don't remember the actual amount. But if you spend that money, at the end of the day, you are not able to get admissions to move to Austria, it is not good. I have spent more than 500K before I'm even here just for documentation, right? But that was because a lot of things were happening and I couldn't really figure it out. But now I'm advising you, so you know that you need to do some work. Please try to look at where you can easily enter without doing a lot of this legalization. But if Austria is still your target, then you should go ahead and do it. All right. But please consider this advice I'm just giving. Okay, so someone asked me yesterday that, Milton, oh, I want to study January intake. I want to come in by January. Come in here, I mean in Europe. So this person wants to study from next year, January. And she was asking if there are still schools which are open. So I told him, no, it's a she, sorry. So I told her that there are schools which are open, but it all depends on where she wants to go to. Now, let me tell you something that you don't know. One of the main things that you should always pay attention to is the application deadlines when the programs of a particular country are open, or when the universities, or when admissions or applications are open in certain universities abroad, because it's not every time that you are going to find programs open or universities that are open. So please put all this into consideration that I'm telling you now. So back to the question, the person who was asking if she wants to study abroad, where can she apply to? As I'm talking to you right now, if you want to start your studies by January next year, I think it's almost late. The last place that I know you can apply to now is the Netherlands, and the other country you can apply to, or if you don't mind, you can take a look at, is Lithuania. Now, I'm saying this because I know not every institution or every university is open now. So it is now your duty to make sure that the school you want to apply to is open. Of course, everything is going to be on the school website. If you check very well, you are going to find all this information. Make sure you always apply early for admissions. This is for those who want to study next year January. Denmark is closed, Sweden is closed already. Understand what you are going to do. Then you select your programs. Remember, Sweden is very expensive, so always try to capitalize on the scholarship option. I mean the SI scholarship, which is the Swedish Institute scholarship. I hope you understand. More of this is on my YouTube channel. If you watch my videos, you still don't understand, please book a call with me. I will guide you genuinely, all right? Because I would love to see you come across this way, because of course there are opportunities here. The main thing is where we are, where we were, where I was very limited and somehow disorganized. But yeah, now a lot of things are in place. Okay, so if you find ways, if you think you can come, if you have money to pay your tuition, if you don't have, chase scholarships. All the videos are on my YouTube channel. So see you next year. In case you come, give me a shout out and let us know where you are. Please, this is more or less like an advice I want to give to you, so you actually understand what to do. Sorry guys, it's windy out here, but I just have to do this because I was in class, so I have to go home after this. But I think it's good for me to address this issue. Someone applied for a vocational school last year in Finland, and I think that vocational school is Valmia College. And what actually happened is that this young lady didn't get the admissions, like she wasn't admitted to Valmia College. Now she came to my inbox. I remember I saw your message, young lady. If you watch the video, understand that I am doing this to educate some people, and you are going to understand why. I saw your message, okay? That's why I told you I'm going to make a video about it. So now she came to my inbox and was saying that she regret applying to just Valmia. She is now devastated. She doesn't have money to chase another program. She is going to start again. First of all, the good thing about it is that you already know your fault. You already know what happened, and you are willing to start again. Now, applications is going to open very soon. So draw a list, like draft 3 or 4 places you intend to enter with the September intake. Right now you already know your problem, so draft like 3 or 4 countries that you can apply to. Okay, don't rely on Finland alone. Secondly, when you are applying to a vocational school which is free, you need to understand that the competition is so high. You cannot rely on free opportunities only. You cannot apply only to one vocational school and expect to get results. In such cases, or in this scenario, if you really want to get results in things like this, always apply to many vocational schools. Then on the other side, you also apply to schools that you can pay. You understand? In case the vocational school doesn't pick you, then maybe the other schools that you can pay with your own money can pick you, or you also increase your chances and apply to some other scholarships. This is something many people fail to understand, and at the end of the day you blame yourself for so many things that you didn't do. It's just pure ignorance. You didn't know, but at least for now you know where the problem is coming from, so you should prepare and apply for more programs. I hope this video helps you. I was just making the video so that others understand. Don't put your eggs in one basket. I applied to 13 schools and got admissions to 2 schools, got 5 interviews and got 3. I think after the interview I got rejections for 3, and 1 school was also delaying me, and after that I forgot about it. Then I decided to move to the Netherlands. All right, so please learn from my mistake, then you do things accordingly. Do not waste a lot of time, because as time is moving, it will not come back again. Immediately you, like now, you are going to waste another 1 year, but it's not too late. Make sure you do the right thing and move as fast as possible. Okay, things are changing. Like right now in the Netherlands, the government is saying that they want to limit the rate at which international students are coming in. Don't tell them I told you. That is the news. But again, trust me, it's going to reduce, because what I've seen so far, this is a very stable economy, and they don't like doing anyhow. They don't like people that do anyhow. So please learn from this mistake and do not put your eggs in one basket. So somebody was asking me yesterday. I saw this comment on my YouTube channel. Someone said, "Hello Milton, is admission still open at the University of Luxembourg?" And I am here to inform you about this type of question. First thing first, I have always said if you watch my videos, you do your own research. It is very important. Now, to answer that question, admissions is there are important things and key points you need to take into consideration if you want to study at the University of Luxembourg. I'm not going to go into the details because the video is already on my YouTube channel. So please make sure you go and listen to the video, then do your own research. You have to choose a program. You have to check its eligibility criteria. You have to prepare your documentation to apply to the University of Luxembourg. You need to also create an account. You need to also pay an application fee, submit your application, then you relax and wait. Make sure you start doing the research now. Don't come and say, Milton, I wasn't aware there was IELTS. Don't come and say, oh, Milton, I didn't know I have to use just maybe my IELTS. I don't have IELTS and stuff like that. This is now the time. Check the programs the University of Luxembourg have. Then you look at which one you want to study. You check their requirements. If they need IELTS, you prepare and sit for your IELTS now. If you care, say the money is too much, I will not pay. Next year, people will be moving to Luxembourg and you will be there shouting that I didn't use IELTS. Please, applications, visa application, immigration, everything is becoming competitive. You have to use your brain now if you really want to succeed in this life. Do everything legally possible to succeed if you can now, because things will change in 2 or 3 years' time. This is just a friendly advice, and I hope you take it with a pinch of salt. Bye-bye for now. Hey, beautiful people, welcome back to our platform, and thank you so much for joining today. So, in this video, I'm going to be talking about requirements that you need to actually study abroad. Now, remember, most applications are already open, and if you are thinking of moving abroad this 2025, subscribe to my channel, watch my videos, help me share the videos so that we can reach more people, so that they can also benefit from the material, then try their luck as well. I'm going to be sharing a list of some scholarships which are open very soon for everybody to apply, those who qualify, right? Thank you so much. For those sharing, thank you so much. And for those watching, thank you so much. Let's go into the details. So this is the admissions intake, and I want to give you requirements that you need to study abroad. I will be giving you based on countries, like I'll be giving some countries and telling you the requirements you need, okay? But first, my name is Milton Fonkwa. Thank you so much. I'm a Cameroonian YouTuber. I'm also a researcher. I'm based in the Netherlands now. That is my new home for now. So if you want to study a bachelor's degree abroad, the basic qualification that you need is a high school qualification, like a high school certificate. For Cameroonians, it is what we call O levels and A levels, with at least 4 papers O levels with good points and at least 2 papers A levels with good points. But even if your points are weak, there are still countries you can apply and get admissions to. Now, if you are Nigerian, you need what is called WAEC certificate. Some countries accept NECO. I remember a college in Canada. In fact, some colleges in Canada accept NECO. If you are from Ghana, WASI, Liberia, WASI. If you are from Tunisia, Algeria, Morocco, or any other country around Africa or around Asia, like in Pakistan and India, you still need high school documents. This is to answer the question. There is a question many people have been asking me, oh Milton, I have just O levels, I didn't reach high school. Bro, the basic qualification is high school certificate. You need to go back to school. I remember telling somebody to go back to school. Now said, these are the basics. If you want to go for masters, you need those documents I mentioned and your bachelor's degree certificate and the transcript. Sometimes some universities will not ask you to show your high school documents. So in this case, you need just your bachelor's degree and the transcript. Those of you who have HND and bachelor and a degree, if you have HND and a degree, you need to combine the two together. Your transcript for HND, your certificate for HND, your transcript for bachelor's, your certificate for bachelor's, because like in Cameroon, when you have HND, you have 1 year to spend in university. And some schools, some private schools in Cameroon have collaborations with public universities, state universities, where you will have a certificate and transcript from your HND school and a certificate and transcript for your 1 year program in the university that your school is affiliated to. I hope this is clear. For Nigerians, I think this is the same procedure. Don't keep the HND certificate aside, then you are using the 1 year degree to apply. It doesn't work that way. Now, this is for masters. PhD, you need to do the same thing. Masters, bachelor's, masters, and then you apply. Now, there is something you need to know when it comes to this documentation. Most countries around the world now are asking for what we call authentication, verification, and legalization. Some may not ask for verification. Some may ask for just legalized documents. I'm going to be giving you example. If you want to apply for a country like Bulgaria, you are going to do legalization. You want to apply for Slovakia, you are going to do legalization. Now remember, this legalization also depends on the time you are going to do it. Like if you want to apply to Austria and Portugal, Austria will want you to legalize the documents. They will even do authentication, they will do verification, they have to check the documents, then they will now do legalization before you can use them and apply to a university. And as I speak to you right now, I doubt if there is an appointment for the Austrian embassy. So for you to do this legalization, okay, legalization is done at the level of, first, you do authentication at the Ministry of Education, then you do at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, then you do legalization at the embassy. Sometimes you have to go through verification procedure, right? And in this case, the Austrian embassy has what we call VFS Global. They collect the documents, they check them, but again, remember, some cost is associated to this procedure. It's not free, so you have to pay for it. Now remember, you cannot skip one procedure and do this. For example, a Nigerian cannot just go to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs without passing through education, right? Then a Cameroonian cannot take his or her O levels and A levels and go to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs without first of all going through the GCE board. Do you understand? Because if you do like that, they are still going to send you back to the competent authorities that gave you that particular document. It is clear and easy to understand. Now, we have talked about how you are going to do this. I haven't finished. There are some countries where you can apply for a school, get admission before you do this process. Example is Italy and Portugal. Now, remember, there are just few universities in Portugal that will accept you to do this. Most schools will say, go and bring your legalized documents before we can give you admission. So if I'm you, I will first of all do this procedure if I know I want to apply to these countries. Right now, as I'm talking to you, I know somebody who is also trying to do this procedure, and this person wants to apply to Bulgaria. You get my point? So you have to check the school website very well to be sure that they are asking you the right documents. Milton cannot do it alone. I can only come here and share information with you and educate you. And before I forget, if you need a one-on-one call with me, if you want me to sit again after pouring these videos on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, if you want me to sit down and call you again and give you advice, or you don't know where to start or where to begin, please book a call with me. It is very affordable. Check the links in the video description box. drop a comment in the comment section if you have a problem. Moving further, remember that other countries also have a different legalized procedure, like in the Czech Republic. There is another thing called super legalization. And for Austria too, there is no super legalization, but you have to do verification. For countries like Lithuania, there is something they call now double legalization of your police character. So documentation keeps changing year in, year out. Have I mentioned these things on my channel before? Yes, I have. All the videos are on my channel. So make sure you go to my channel and watch videos. It's so important. Now, also understand that there is something they call English proficiency. Some countries will equally tell you that it is compulsory for you to show English proficiency, despite the fact that you come from an English-speaking country. Example of those countries include Iceland. So, to those of you who want to apply to the University of Iceland, please try and write your IELTS exam if you want to go in.